So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, a lot of times when I'm very fascinated about wines, I have to bring up the reasons why I want to feature an area. And today we're talking about Hungary. Why are we talking about Hungary? Well, in college, I was a history major and my specialty was European history. And I was really fascinated by European history. And we want to talk today about Hungary because quite fascinating region of the world is called Tokaji. And we want to show you, at least from here, this is a property that I've represented in the past, and I decided to do a video on this because, first of all, I love the wines and I was very passionate about it. They're from the area called Tokaji. And if you see this area here, Tokaji, on the map, and if you want to, we can also go down here and we can see a zoom in on this area. This is the Grand Cru area of Hungary. What does that mean, Grand Cru? These are the best wines that Hungary has to offer because of the soil composition, the history. Let's talk about the history. So we got Austria-Hungary right here. At one time, this whole area, including parts of Italy and also Slovakia, was owned by the Habsburg family. And the Habsburgs was fascinating because we talk about this wine being the wine of kings, but we also can talk about this region being the wine of queens, because Queen Victoria of England used to drink a glass of Tokaji Azu every night before her bedtime. And why would she drink this wine? She was related to the Habsburgs. So we're talking about the lineage of Europe here and how great these wines were. So to get into this wine though, Tokaji historically was a sweet wine, and we have you have different degrees of sweetness, and they call putonos, and we have 3 putonos and 4 putonos and 6 putonos, and essentia. Essentia is the sweetest of the sweet, and we're talking about, usually it takes very, very painstakingly hard to make those wines. So what we talk about here, this is a dry Tokaji. It's made from a grape called Furmint, which is the most famous grape in Tokaji. It yields beautiful expressions here. And when you smell this wine, you get all that appley kind of fruit, but you get also dried fruits. I get a little apricots on here. You get all of that mineral expression from the soil. Again, we're talking Grand Cru vineyards in Hungary. So probably one of the oldest vineyard areas. We're talking 1500s when this area was actually starting to emerge. You get all that brightness of fruit. You get that apple. You get also that apricot. You get that mineral expression in the back. Good, what we call verve. Very good acidity structure in these wines. Can have a little bit of history behind this property. Chateau, right here, you see it? Chateau Dereszla. And what happened was, after the Berlin Wall fell, and there was a lot of properties that were government owned in Hungary, became open for sale. So you saw a lot of French investment. You saw a lot of the chateau owners from Bordeaux buying properties in Hungary to try to take the property because they knew there was potential to make great wines there. So this wine is one of those estates. And I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Xavier Flore, who had the courage to bring these wines into the New York metro market. I also want to give a shout out to Seaholm Wine and Spirits in Huntington, where I actually bought this bottle. This can be had for under $25 a bottle. And it's a beautiful wine. You can have this with chicken or fish or any type of lighter preparations. But again, a wine from Hungary, very much off the radar. A lot of Americans don't know these wines. Pay attention because these are historical wines. These are wines that need to be tried by the consumer. Again, this is the Grape Explorer, talking about grapes and talking about wine.